Well, I wanted to drain the oil out of it, make sure I didn't get any water in it. I didn't see any water, so yeah, it was full of oil. Yeah, the darn drain pipe is seized. I think I got one of these somewhere, but that's not coming off, and can't really put it in a vise and try that. So yeah, I'll probably just stick that back in there for now. But I got one of these, and the good news is I'm going to put fresh 30 weight in it. Alright, so I sprayed some of this down intake and exhaust on both sides, so you can see that one's good. That one's stuck. Alright, yeah, we definitely have some work to do. Well, I spent the morning digging through a bunch of parts boxes like that, and this is what I came up with. So we are going to have to unstick a valve or two, so that means the head's got to come off. I went and found some more head gaskets. The valve covers need to come off. I found a whole box full of gaskets, mainly for the carburetor, but I do have some new gaskets for the valve covers, so I got to go out and get them. This is the old stuff here, the old coil packs, set of points, bunch of nuts and bolts, and then these are the original carburetors that came off of them. I do have 3 candidates. I believe this is a good working carburetor here. Unfortunately, this is the only intake manifold I have, but digging around, I do have a flywheel and the electronic coil packs with the stator, so I may go ahead and convert this to a pointsless engine, electronic ignition, and just seal that up. But I guess my goal is to get this put together. I got a test fuel tank over there. Get this put together and just see if it'll bark off, and if it will, then we'll probably clean it up real good, clean the tins up, and put it together. But I guess, you know, y'all talk me into it. We're gonna see if we can get this guy running. Yeah, I'm still digging out some parts. So I got a couple sets of spark plugs here. I don't know, we're gonna have to pull them out and see what we have. Like I said, I did find my valve cover gaskets. We got a starter. Actually, I got another top for it here in case I need it. I do have a complete 18 horse Briggs teardown minus the block, so I went and pulled the pistons out of that box just in case. Possibly use the rings, I don't know if they'll fit, but we do have to pull the heads, pull the valve pan covers, unstick, I know, at least one valve over here. But for now, I guess what I'm going to do is just evaluate what I've got, where I want to go with it. Thinking about it, I'm probably going to go with that flywheel, but we got to measure it, make sure it's going to fit. So interestingly enough, it's got 2 different types. So we got a Champion CJ8, and we got a no brand name 1740-14. This is a Chinese one that I got with some kind of kit, but it looks like it should fit. The other thing I'm having trouble with is I've got 3 of the 4 screws loose, and I've been working this one back. I've got it about a quarter of a turn so far, but I'm being very careful with it because it tightens up right there. So yeah, I've been on this for about 10 minutes now, and I got it that far. All right, finally got the screws out. Honestly, it's not looking really good down in there. Having trouble over here though. This dipstick is frozen in there, and I can't really get this up because of that bracket. So I guess what I'm going to try to do is apply some heat right here and try to soften that rubber up and see if I can get that popped out of there, because right now I don't want to crush the tube, but I got it moving a little bit, but I think I'm going to have to put heat on it. Yeah, I'm going to need to do another oil change. I basically had to burn that out and then grab it from the bottom and basically hit it with the hammer up to knock that out of there. I do have a new replacement seal for that, but yeah, I know I got some crud down there in the oil, but okay, now we can take a look inside and see what's going on. So this side looks a whole lot better than this side. This is the side that's got the stuck valve. So I guess the next step is to see if I can pull the heads without busting any of them bolts off. So far so good on no broken bolts. Other side, I got them all broke loose. I need a thin wall sock. There it goes. Usually the ones right around the exhaust are the ones that's going to break, if any. Ooh, that one was tight. Alright, so this is the worst side. Yeah, that valve stuck open. I see a bunch of crud down in there. I'm going to have to get this off because that whole thing's got to be cleaned out in there. Can't really tell without wiping it down, but yeah, not looking too bad. This side looks to be a little bit better. Well, unfortunately, this is going to have to be honed. That's a real rough surface right there, and we're at the bottom. Well, I take it back. That's the valve that's stuck. Alright, the other side looks a little bit better, but not by much. Is my spare set of pistons will work. I mean, at least the rings will. So, yeah, but that's going to have to be honed out. And I have a hone, but the thing is, I don't have a front gasket for it. So I guess we're going to have to do silicone. I may look through my gasket set again, but I don't think it's going to have anything that'll work other than silicone. I think I'm going to call it here for now. Let me think about this, where I want to go with it still. It's got to come apart. That's the only way we're going to fix that. Thanks for watching. We'll get into part 2 shortly.